James earns millions from internet marketing. Tim's got millions of questions. Welcome to Freedom Ocean. Now, jump on in.
Listeners, welcome back to another episode 35, in fact, of Freedom Ocean, a podcast that we hope simplifies your internet marketing successes. And I'm Timbo Reid, one of the hosts, and over there is James Schramko. G'day, mate.
G'day, Timbo. How are you this week?
I'm very good, and it's lovely for you to be able to say this week, because that means we're becoming regular. We're taking our podcast fibre.
Nothing like being regular, is there?
I like to be regular. I like to be regular in all aspects of my life, my dietary intake and my podcasting. I've got a question for you about the timing of sending emails, because I have an observation, and I'm sure you'll have a point of view. I would love to hear an update on how wealthification is going for you. It would seem to be going gangbusters, and I enjoyed watching it. Got a couple of comments about that. Wealthification is James's new training product about how to basically set up a business right from the start. And the guts of today, Schramko, is all about considerations that we should scratch our chin and ponder when launching a product.
Okay.
You happy with that?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's like a revisit of when you launched your product, because now I'm launching my product, and it's probably time for us to get granular into a few little nooks and crannies that probably were missing in that first discussion, because having just been through this process, it's been an interesting reminder for me.
Now tell me before we do that then.
Oh yeah, go on.
Oh, you go.
No, I was going to talk about, ask you if you liked the players inside Wealthification.
Yeah. You've changed your tune again. I thought you were happy with the players that you'd done for Fast Web Formula 3. They were very neat and, multiplayer and all that. But now you've upped it again. And is that a new format that EasyS3 are offering, or what's happening there?
No, totally new platform, and it's Tim friendly as well.
It's really is it drag and drop?
It's even easier than that. It's literally upload the raw file, so you don't have to encode or any of that extra stuff. So all you do is you just export from ScreenFlow or Camtasia, and you just upload it, and it automatically encodes it. It'll even encode it in multiple formats. So if a browser's got a high-speed connection, it's showing them high def. If they've got a low connection, it shows them a low def automatically. And it is drag and drop. Yeah, you can drag them around in different order, and you can have secure embeds, and it streams faster. It's a full top-level streaming server, and it's wicked. It's just so cool. But the heat map tracking you get and the analytics are phenomenal. You can see where people drop off the video, and you can re-upload the video, the new version, without interrupting anything. It just waits till it's encoded, and it just switches it out. So it's awesome. I'm in love. I'm in love with this new platform.
Well, I can tell. I mean, the passion in your voice is palpable. And now I'm interested. Well, you're going to tell us what it is first.
What happened, I was loading up my EasyS3 multiplayer into Nanocast the other day, and it just wouldn't stream. There was something not working. So I went back to my emails. I found this solution, tested it, and it's called Wistia, Wistia. And it is just a full online video upload, encoding, embedding service.
Well, you know what? I know you laugh at me, and I'm sure there are listeners out there who get a bit of a giggle with my inability to cope with things like the technicalities of EasyS3 or whatever it may be. However, I know I'm not alone, and I just think there is such a massive opportunity for smart developers out there to hook in with a coder, whatever the terminology is, and create friendly interfaces.
Your mate James Dyson did it. I've ever used. It's amazing.
Well, interfaces are everything. It just makes life simple. It's like Dropbox. When I found out that Dropbox was just a front for Amazon S3, I've gone, that makes sense, because Amazon S3 is really complicated. And someone's realised that and made an interface. Nanocast is complicated. Someone will at some point make a really cool interface for Nanocast or one of those other platforms. And obviously Wistia has recognised that as an opportunity. So therein lies a massive business opportunity.
Well, just quietly,
James
Timbo,
Dyson.
Your James Dyson's Optimise Press 2, which is out soon.
Yeah.
It will have Nanocast integration, so you'll be able to just plug in your member and you can create WordPress front and back of house memberships that work using Nanocast as the glue.
Within your businesses, you've had a lot to say. You've made changes, you've cancelled stuff, you've introduced new products and memberships and all these different things. And you've got a lot of email going out there, observation number one. Observation number two is, a product launch historically is a big event. It's an event. It's the culmination of all the work, and it's now saying, okay, well, I reckon this is ready to take to market to my precious list. I think you launched Wealthification on a Saturday night or a Sunday. Is that right?
Depends on which list you're on.
Well, it depends on which list.
And which country you live in. But
which country?
It would have been Friday night for some customers, if they were in Australia, which would have been Friday morning in the US market, and that would have been a Saturday for the majority of people who got emails about it.
Right. So any of those times, if you'd asked the email marketing academic, they wouldn't have said Friday night or Saturday morning were any ideal times to launch a product. But I've heard people talk about, Wednesday afternoon or 11 o'clock Thursday morning or whatever it may be. What's your view?
Oh, well, my view is
Get it out there.
Well, I'm normally up late at night, and that's the best time for me to create emails. And I like people to have them in their inbox early in the morning. There's all the statistics that I've seen from people who actually know what they're talking about, which is not internet marketers. It's large enterprise companies who measure and track things statistically. It shows that early morning gets the better open rates.
So let's go back to considerations when launching a product. What learnings have you come across the last few days since launching Wealthification?
Well, we just covered one of them, and that is to pre-announce things that are coming down the pipeline. Mm-hmm. I've talked about Wealthification. If listeners are very acute, they've probably picked up that word several times in the last whatever episodes, because I happen to be working on it. And we talked about small batch sizes and the fact that Silver Circle members have been accessing the early modules of Wealthification for a long time, and then it's finally come to the public. So the main realization with this one is that your repeat customers are the most incredible asset you can ever have. The lifetime customer concept is killer. That is the thing. And I know that because I'm tracking my conversions, and the loyalty coupon redemptions are astronomical. They look like I've got a good 30-something% of my sales are people who have bought another product of mine and they're just coming along and grabbing it. In the first, we're talking the first 48 hours, I suppose.
Yeah, wow.
No, mate, but
listeners.
By the way, there's probably 10 other things like that I have done that have never been published and may never be. It's up to you to dredge them out of me.
Dredge them out. All right. Well, I'll do that. That I will. I don't know. You'll probably sort of come easily once we start talking on a future episode.
Probably. I just spill my beans, don't I?
Correct. All right, mate. Well, listen. Thanks, listeners, for tuning in to Freedom Ocean. Go to freedomocean.com and register, and you will get a transcript of every single episode we have ever produced and ever will produce. And until next time, see you out on the ocean. Thanks, James.
Thanks, Timbo.
See you, mate.
Thanks for diving into the Freedom Ocean with James Schramko and Tim Reed. You've just come that little bit closer to living the life you choose. Please keep in mind that the ideas, opinions, and information shared in the show are those of the hosts and do not reflect those of their past employers. And as far as future employers go, well, they're both pretty much unemployable.